You're listening to the Awkward Pillow Talk podcast.
We are Jason and Stephanie Class. We've been professional adult content creators for over 5 years, and we're here to talk about all things sexy and awkward.
This content is explicit, so you must be 18 or older to watch or listen.
These are our real life stories, so if any of that offends you, we'd like to say, fuck you. Visit virginitysnatchers.com to get in on the fun. All right, everybody, welcome back to Awkward Pillow Talk. It's been a minute. We've had almost 3 weeks since our last episode, which is one of the longest times that we've had. And there's a little mixture of life mixed in there with just some guests also having life. We'd had some interviews lined up and they'd end up getting canceled. And we understand everybody's kind of going through the shit right now. The economy is just all kinds of weird, but we're just going to keep pushing through it and act like we didn't just skip 3 weeks of podcasts.
Yeah.
Sound good? Awesome. We've got one of our favorite guests on. She agreed to come back. Yeah. We bug her constantly over random things, and finally she agreed to come back.
Yeah.
So welcome back to Ask Ashley. She's got a tremendous following on TikTok, over 500,000 followers, which is just mind-boggling. I love the way that you've been interacting with everybody on your TikTok lately, answering questions and just being real with them. You know, that is what we need more of. I think in general, we keep trying to find our people, you know, our crowd, because we feel very lonely. I feel like we mentioned this to you last time as well, is that in this creator circle, you just feel very lonely, very isolated.
Yes.
And we're just kind of at the point where we're like, we're going to speak our truths and just, this is 100% who we are. We're putting it all on the table. And if you want to be part of our circle, come on in. If not, fuck you, because I cannot handle this fucking energy anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely.
But welcome. Sorry, I just totally just steamrolled your intro. But like I told you, that's just how this interview is going to be today without the ADHD meds. So.
Yeah.
No, that's perfectly fine. That's how my brain works anyways. I probably should have been on ADHD meds my whole life, but, you know, I've raw dogged it my whole life.
Hey, raw dogging is the way to go.
But no, I'm definitely glad to be back with you guys.
I was following recently, you've been getting into a bunch of questions about your previous career in the Navy and stuff, and I thought that was super interesting. I love how open you are about it, because to me it's like, yeah, I fucking did that. I owned it. Like you're right. Completely owning it. You're not giving any sort of bullshit excuses whatsoever. And some people may be like, oh, that's just, she's nuts for going out here and telling people what she did. But to me, it's no, you're relating to people. There's so many people now that are going to start coming in and be like, God damn, like I felt that same exact way. And now you relate with, I like how you're interacting with your audience that way. I want to give you a compliment on that for being
Thank you.
Out there and vulnerable, because I know a lot of creators, we try to do funny stuff and all that kind of stuff, but there's a helpful side to this stuff too, that people don't always appreciate, you know? Like, yeah, you can make us laugh, but to the same extent, you're going to share your traumas so that people don't feel so fucking alone in this time of the world.
I'm not just a hot girl on the internet. I'm like an actual human being.
Right.
And a lot of that is missing. In so many of the hot girls on the internet are not human beings, it seems.
Right. They're very...
at least the ones that we've talked to. It's like you try to get a hold of them and then you reach agency or you reach bot or anything. And it's like, I don't understand where the conversion is for me as a fan. If I'm reaching out and I'm not getting a response from you, like if I pay, obviously I'm paying, you know, if I pay and I get a bot response from you, I'm done. Like, that's it. And there's so many that are like that, you know, but to be able to like get a response from somebody, get real, like, I feel like people would probably be able to tell if they're talking to you or not, because you're so straightforward and honest. You know what I mean? There's certain things with your personality that you can't really probably cover up as well. Just like Steph, I can't hire somebody to act awkward for Steph. I couldn't tell somebody in China to be like, hey, you're gonna have to act really fucking awkward and sexed at the same time. She's got a unique job. I can't fill that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I tell my fans all the time, like, sorry, sometimes I'm gonna be a bitch and I'm gonna just yell at you for stupid things because I'm just crazy sometimes.
And that's what people are signing up for, I feel like. And that's the beauty of this whole, content creator, adult content creator, is you're not just like getting to see people like do stuff, you're getting to see the personality behind it.
Right.
Which I think makes it so much better than just like logging into Pornhub and being like, oh, there's a vagina, let me stare at that and hope it doesn't trick, I want to know the story behind the vagina.
Right. Well, I mean, people will try to do that. Like, they'll try to get to know me and they won't, like, have paid. And I'm like, nope, like, you get nothing from me. But, like, the ones that pay, I'm like, yeah, I don't mind talking to you and, like, being a real person.
There's a super fine line to it, right? Like, people have to understand that, okay, you can get to know us or get to know Ashley through watching her TikToks or through listening to our podcasts.
Right.
And that's going to give you an idea if you want to pay to get to know us better.
Right.
And
exactly.
once you've paid, then we'll fucking talk your ear off.
Right.
But I'm not going to be answering a bunch of like, hey, do you think I could be next?
Right.
Or
like, no,
just a quick question. Or, hey.
Just, hey. I hate those.
Hey. Like, bro.
Put a little more thought into it.
You're going to give me 3 letters? You're not going to pay, and you're going to expect a response, and then be like, you're a dick for not responding?
Yeah.
No.
My favorite is, do you do meetups? I'm like, you guys ask this question so often. Are there actually girls saying yes? Because like, I don't understand how you guys like keep trying to like ask me this question. Like, no.
That's what's so fucking frustrating is that it's a small percentage, but there are, and that's where the confusion comes through, right?
Right.
We refuse to do it. Like, we obviously film adult content, right? But
other
people aren't going to like hire us. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to be like, hey, here's this money. Come, like that's what people are expecting.
Right.
And that's not how we work. But there are people that do that. And there's people that make a shit ton of money from it because, I mean, really, what are they doing? They're pimping it's almost like laundering it, right? They're taking the money through these sites directly.
Yeah.
And I don't want to make too many accusations to get myself in trouble here, Ashley. I've already gone down a conspiracy road.
Slippery slope.
But I feel the same way. It's constantly people that are just
frustrating.
Like, you get the majority of people that understand this is content and that this is a fantasy that we can enjoy and play together. And then there's these people that are like, there's got to be some sort of secret keyword or something that gets me to meet up with them. Right. You know what I mean? There's obviously I'm missing something. And if I just ask enough times, they're finally going to be like, yeah.
Oh, the third time's the charm, like, no.
The craziest thing is, like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, I'm one of the few people in the adult industry that's celibate. Like, I haven't had sex with another person in God knows how long. Like, I haven't filmed with another person in, like, over a year. So no, I wouldn't meet up with you. Like, I don't even trust men in general at this point in my life.
Right.
Yeah, no. But a random dude on the internet that's offering you $50,
right? Like super legit.
No, they do. They'll ask me how much, and I'll be like, $10 billion.
And they're like, yeah, done. That's funny.
Yeah, we try to be like very straightforward with people and say, like, we have our platforms that we really do play on because we are swingers,
right?
And we do film things, but when we have our platforms that we are content creators on.
I was like,
there's a fine line, and like if you are really that interested, you can figure out
another
the correct
find us.
passage to find us. But like coming to OF or Fansly or any of those and being like, hey, can we meet? Like, fuck you. You're gonna like take away my entire livelihood because they're gonna flag me. They're not gonna be like, oh, this guy's fucking up. No, it's always gonna come back on us.
Yeah, always.
So
yeah,
very frustrating.
We started this. Well, we're part of SDC now, which is like a swinger community, and part of that, which is really cool for us, we can have more I don't want to say fan meets or anything like that because it's not like that.
No, it's not.
But we can like get community events together through them without like breaking any violations. So like we have people go to awkwardxxx.com and it forwards them to our SDC sign up.
Right.
From there, like SDC gets all the information from them. I see how tall they are. I see how much they weigh. You know, obviously they got to fill it in themselves.
Right. So I mean,
and they
there
do
could
pictures.
Be some fibbing,
so
but...
anybody that signs up with that link, I then get like kind of a list of anybody that signed up with my link, and then I can go back and look and see who it is that signed up, and then we can be like, hey, that person looks like somebody I'd want to film with.
Right.
And then we can approach them, you know, as opposed to
just some random dude that has user as the name, and then you have to hope like, okay, is this guy legit? No,
you're like, bro,
not.
You messaged me shooting your shot, and I have zero information on you
no
whatsoever.
Picture.
I've got like a shadow profile, user 7635, you know.
Right, like.
But sure, yeah.
Come on, let's film. Like, no, absolutely not.
Should we try this? I think it's time.
Is it time?
So,
oh boy.
This is Twinkle Tongue. They've not paid us anything. We are not affiliates with them, although I think I might want to be because it is fun. But I found this product just randomly on TikTok. And it reminded me of Flint's Mints, you know, the ones that are like supposed to make your like mouth drool. We didn't like those.
I didn't like them.
Like they tasted very like herbal. Like it tasted like an incense to me.
Okay.
And so this one was interesting. I haven't tried this.
The
Only
flavors are a little.
The flavors you're not super fan of because you don't like citrus, but essentially the idea of this is you tear it off. She swallows the whole thing.
No, I swish it
around, and then swallows, and then all of a sudden it's just like her mouth is just. And it's legit. It works. We did it with a friend the other night.
Yeah.
Like we're just like it was a vanilla, you know, friend.
But they know what we do.
They know what we do. We're like, hey, will you try it? Like, we'll get you a rag so you can drool. She's like, no, we'll just go outside. And it was like both of them just standing there, just drooling outside.
We're like, hey. It's you know, like when you're on like anesthesia and you have like no control over like your not anesthesia, but like the numbings, the Novocaine.
Yeah, Novocaine.
And you're just kind of like drooling, and you're like, I can't control it. So
we're gonna do this and see if you can handle talking the rest of the interview. We'll just kind of see how it goes because we haven't been able to film long enough to like get the full process. So thanks again to Twinkle Tongue for sending it to us, and hopefully this is not going to just be a bad experience on camera. It's been great the 4 other times that you've done it.
All right.
All right, while she's doing that, so you went to Aruba recently.
Yes.
Tell me about it. What was it seemed like kind of like a self-finding journey. Was that what it was?
So it was me celebrating my 1-year breakup anniversary.
Okay.
And it was like Valentine's Day, so I was like, you know what? We normally go on like a trip this time of the year. I'm just gonna go on one by myself.
Nice.
And it was like my first trip where I didn't stay at a resort. Like I was like, I actually like, you know, like I want to like go explore the island. So I just got me a cheap Airbnb. I got me a rental car. And Aruba was a beautiful island. It was windier than shit. Like that's the one thing. It's like I was like overstimulated with the amount of sand just pelleting my body at all times. But I loved it. I had a great time, and it was like it's one of the safest islands in the Caribbean also. So like I was able to like walk around alleys at night, and like not once did I feel unsafe. So I had a really good time, and I got tan. A week.
A week.
You said you got tan.
Yeah. I got actually burned for the first time in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah, like I like fell asleep out on the ocean on my first full day, and then I like came back and I was like, oh my god, I'm red, and people are like, you must be in pain. I'm like, oh, it doesn't hurt. Middle of the night, I woke up and I was like, what is going on with my body? Like everything hurts every time I roll or move. It was in the corners of my elbows and this. Oh my god, I've gotten red and it turns brown.
Right.
But like I legit was burnt, like, to a crisp.
Yeah, I had that happen to me one time where I had like blisters and like
It was bad.
it was scabs. Like I was younger and nobody put sunscreen on me, and ever since then I've been super paranoid.
Well, living in Florida now too, like we get sun quite a bit.
I can give you the best sunscreen recommendations ever. I've tried everything now.
Yeah.
I've got my ways.
Yeah, no, it was definite. And so the next day, luckily Aruba has a aloe factory and museum, and I was like, I guess I'm going to go do the free tour today.
Did it smell terrible in the aloe factory?
No, it was a nice facility. They were like explained how aloe is made and all the parts of aloe.
Every time I dealt with aloe plants here in Florida, it smells like BO.
It's so bad.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. I got some soaps that smell amazing. Like I'll order more of it. I got their medical grade aloe lotion. Like
medical grade aloe lotion.
Sure.
Yeah. It's for like people who have like burns and stuff. So after it heals, you can put like medical grade aloe on it. I still peeled though.
Huh, that's interesting.
I loved Aruba. Like, and I met a whole bunch of people there, but everyone I met was older, and it was crazy because like these old people would be like, "Oh, so how long are you on vacation for?" And I'm like, "Oh, a week." They're like, "Oh, we're on month number 2 here." And I was like, God damn, I just need to find me an old man. That's what I need.
Yep, that's my dad. He's just like living his best life wherever he wants. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's like, we're going to go to Mexico for like 6 weeks.
See you later.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, all right. Have fun. They didn't have a home for like almost 3 years.
Yeah.
They just traveled. I mean, that's my retirement goal, 100%, is just to be able to do whatever the hell I want. For 3 years,
for sure.
Go wherever you want, be wherever you want. Yeah. That sounds awesome.
These kids are holding me down right now, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no. So, and that was the other thing is a lot of the people when I would meet them, they're like, "Oh, you're all alone on vacation?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they would actually tell me they're proud of me. Like all these old people, like, "We're so proud of you for traveling out on your own and not being scared and like seeing the world." And I'm like, "Is it really that different? Like, do most people not do this?"
I mean, I wouldn't, but that's just because my anxiety is, I have to have somebody there. But
yeah. See, I've come to the conclusion that I love solo travel because there's it's just what I want to do. I don't have to consider anyone else.
That's true. No, I get that. I think once I got there, I think I'd be okay, but it's the getting there would be, I think, too much stress for me. So,
yeah.
I just don't like to leave the house.
Well, no. I mean,
I live in paradise.
I was gonna say, I love where we live.
I can walk to the beach. I've got a pool in the backyard. I've got no reason to go anywhere. I'm fine. The kids can go. I'd gladly send them somewhere.
Anywhere.
Have my vacation home back to myself.
Yeah.
So did you lose your Instagram account? Is that what I saw?
I've lost all kinds of things this year. I lost my Facebook in December, which was making me the most money. I think at the same time I lost my Instagram, and then I created new ones.
Why do you know why you lost your Facebook? They didn't give you a reason to it?
No, it wouldn't even let me appeal. I was kind of sad because that was like my Facebook since like right out of high school. So I lost all kinds of pictures, I realized.
That sucks.
That is fucking bogus.
Yeah, that's wild.
We lost our Reddit account again for like, that's what makes us the most money.
Is Reddit.
Yeah.
Reddit. And they just keep on telling us we're evading a ban.
Or we're bots.
Or we're bots. And we're not. We got the last time that we were like the last Reddit account that we had was actually mentioned in a Newsweek article because a post about our cat went viral. And Newsweek called me to interview me about my fucking cat. And they tagged the profile in it. So I'm like, hey, Reddit, I'm definitely not a bot. Check this out. I had a whole Newsweek article and they just fucking ignored us. And I'm just like, it's exhausting to like, people don't understand the amount of like effort that goes into these social media accounts just to get taken down,
Yeah.
It's wild. And your Facebook, you had a pretty large Facebook account, right?
Yeah, I was like at 150,000 followers on Facebook or something like that. I just got really good like everything I posted, I was just getting a shit ton of views.
That's awesome.
But it kind of was a good, like, there was a small part of me that was happy because I had gotten to the point on Facebook where everything I posted, I had 20 spam accounts in all my comments. I literally had spam accounts with my picture and my name commenting underneath my stuff. So there was like, I literally spent like 5 hours a day, it felt like, just hitting the block button on that Facebook account. Yeah. So a small part of me was a little bit like, oh, it's nice and refreshing not to have all of that going on.
That's true.
But last
Were you
week,
able to grow it back pretty quickly though?
I mean, so that was in December. And like up until last week, I had my first viral video on Facebook. So I was like at 200 followers, just posting for like 30 views on Facebook for like the last couple months. But this last week, I got over 8,000 new followers. So,
all right.
See, that is solid proof. We've been trying to tell ourselves recently. It's a bit of a drag, obviously, when you're posting things, because we got used to posting things and getting thousands of views again, and then all of a sudden, you hit a weird part in the algorithm, and it's like, oh, cool, I got 30 views on this last fucking video.
You're like, this one was fire, and nothing.
It really has nothing even to do. Like, I can't call it. Maybe you can at this point. You've definitely been doing it more successfully and longer than I have. But I have not been able to call the videos that are going to go viral whatsoever. Like, it is.
And it depends on a platform, too.
Does it?
Yeah, because I literally just take my TikToks and repost them to Instagram and I repost them to Facebook. And like videos that got 0 views on TikTok will go viral on Instagram, or like videos that didn't do good on TikTok will go viral on Facebook. Or like videos that were viral on TikTok don't get any views on the other ones.
We can't grow our Instagram accounts because every time we try anything, it becomes not recommended.
Yes.
Like anything that we post suddenly makes our account non-recommended. She even had her profile just said basically nothing. A saint.
And then for a while I had nothing.
Yeah, and it was still
like flagged. Can't be recommended. It was like I have nothing in my bio, like absolutely nothing, and it says can't be recommended because everything I put in the bio just kept getting flagged, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So I don't remember what I put in there, but it was.
I came to the conclusion that I have like a regular Instagram where I post mostly like stuff from like my modeling experience over the last year. And then I have like my backup Instagram account where I'll repost like my TikToks and stuff. But yeah, it never really makes sense because I will see some of the craziest shit that other people do on these platforms, and I'm like, why do I get in trouble? Is it because I'm older? Am I not young enough?
I mean, I'm seeing like straight up like vag other than like a string. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And then she posts like the left quarter of her butt cheek, and they're like flagged.
I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's so ridiculous. And then like other people will like, they'll be wearing something. You're like, I see straight nipple on there, and you're like, and then I post something in like a sports bra, and they're like flagged. I'm like, okay, make it make sense. Like,
yeah.
We just kind of feel also that like maybe it's, I'm not sure if people go and flag stuff on purpose. So you haven't had your TikTok taken down though. That one's still safe. Is that something that you worry about often? Like,
so I have like 700 TikTok. I can't even log into. I like lose track of how many TikTok accounts I have. I keep my main account as PG as possible. I try not to push the limits on that main account. I think of it as my influencer account. Like I post about just me. I try not to I try not even to do too many dances on that one, because that's one thing I notice is a lot of times I will do a TikTok dance that's trending. They're like, that's too sexual. And I'm like, but that was a TikTok dance.
Right. You're like, everybody else is doing it.
Well, that's good to know. We've been trying.
Yeah. So I have multiple backup accounts that I will push the limits with, but for some reason, like they've been doing fairly good recently. So
that's good.
Yeah, TikTok for us has been finally like doing something.
Right. But it took a while.
Well, we've had it. We had I mean, nowhere near yours, obviously, but like we've had multiple times where like we've had tens of thousands of followers, and then all of a sudden it's just for no reason, and we get it gets taken away. this time we decided just to take it slow and really keep it as PG as possible. We'd talk sex as far as like psychology of sex and stuff, but we won't go into like obviously graphic, details of it.
Or, like promote.
The thing that we tend to get hit on the most is this underwear that I'm wearing that I try to promote.
Which TikTok sells. Like
TikTok sells it. We make commissions every time somebody buys a pair of them, but my dick looks too big in them.
And
So they
they
flag me every fucking time.
It's so annoying.
So I don't understand how I'm supposed to like
sell it.
Like everybody else is able to like put them on and sell them
straight like
with a friggin' boner on.
Right.
But then I'm like out there like walking next to the pool and it's like flagged. This is shocking content. That's what it's shocking is what they say.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
I would just take it as a compliment then.
I'm trying to. I really am, but the compliments don't pay the bills, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah.
I just got this in the mail.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Let's see it. Shake it. You gotta take it out and shake it around for us, just like Misbehaving did.
I was say just like Misbehaving did. You?
Let me find something to open it.
Look at that.
All right. But yeah, so I was excited when they finally sent me one. So I haven't even seen it. Oh, it's soft.
Oh,
That's
nice.
awesome. I love it.
How would
so
you rate
cool.
it? Do you feel like you're looking back at yourself, or?
I guess I've never really like looked at it myself like this. But yeah, I guess this is pretty accurate. I mean, it's a lot easier than what I was doing. I was doing the whole little silicone mold thingy. That thing was a pain in the ass to do.
You were doing it
I would try to
yourself?
keep. Yeah. The clone pussy. Yes. Like I would get the whole kit and do those, and man, that was just a time consuming process. And sometimes you could fuck that shit up easily.
That's what I was gonna say. How many of them did you fuck up? Because like we did it 3 times and fucked them each up.
Yeah, so they all got messed up.
Oh yeah, see, no, mine turned out fairly decent. Luckily I had enough of the mold, so like if I fucked one up, I would just redo it real quick. But I only made like 3 of them, and I was like, this is too much, you guys. I can't. And then I found this company. Someone showed me it, and I was like, oh, well, I'm just gonna apply for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got her scanned. We haven't ordered it in yet. We will soon.
Yeah.
Or if somebody else
they
orders it, I guess
they sent me one for free.
Well, I think you got to get 2 orders first, and they'll send one to you for free. We just started promoting ours, so we haven't even gotten to the point.
Someone asked me about it yesterday. I don't know if they actually are going to buy it or not, but yeah, probably not.
We'll put the link for yours in the podcast description too, so that everybody can find it and go, fuck your pocket pussy, or just put it on. I was asking them if they would do one for me because they do dicks also.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just like, can we get like a union that I can like put on display in my room? Like your pussy, my cock together. Let's just. It can be like a display for people. They can have like they can buy the combo. If they just want to use the cock, they can pull it out like a fucking sword. You know what I mean?
Excalibur.
Yeah.
I love it.
They didn't respond back to me when I asked, though. So.
They're like, huh, this is different.
You're like, I've never had this, question before.
I was like, come on, my fans want the set.
Right? Well, I'm sure they would. It'd be pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
It could be our first swinging couple combo, Like, hey, you get them in, he can fuck you, she can fuck me.
And if they like it,
if
they
they
go
like
do
it,
the real thing.
If they like it, they can come do the real thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know.
No, we had an interesting podcast interaction not too long ago. We took a couple who had never swung before but had wanted to, and they were willing to do it on our podcast,
like
with
on
us.
Camera, film it.
She'd never had sex with anybody other than her husband before, and we were like, part of our whole thing, you like to talk about, mental health and stuff. We like to talk about that in the aspect of like swinging and how it can help relationships and stuff.
All right.
And we want it to be like raw. You know what I mean? Like if it's going to be awkward, let's show the awkward, because we like to say that this isn't all like eyes wide shut type shit. You know what I mean? You're not going to be in a ballroom surrounded by sexy people and stuff. It's going to be awkward. You're going to laugh. And
you're going to be fumbling, clumsy, whatever.
Yeah, this couple came through. They did the podcast portion with us, and then afterwards we filmed the explicit part. But it was awesome because like there's a part where she had like two cocks, not her, but the other woman.
The other one.
And she had to go skiing, so she had to act like
we played a little like game.
Yeah, she had to act like a ski instructor. So she had a cock on each side, acting like she was skiing.
She was like,
I was like, you've never been skiing before in your life, have you? Because this is not how you fucking ski.
She was like, no, I've never been skiing before. And we were like, well, I guess now you can say you have, but it's a different kind of skiing. So.
But that to us is like, that was ideal for us. We like to laugh about it. We like to have fun. And we like to show other people that, hey, normal ass people can have fun having sex. You know?
It doesn't have
to be this like crazy, overproduced, sensual moment. It can just be erotic fun, so to speak.
Right.
That's our mission lately, is to get people to open up both their hearts and their legs.
There you go. I love it.
Oh, God. That just came to me.
That just came to me. I couldn't resist. Well, awesome.
It's just been a pretty decent year so far. Like, I can't complain. I did a lot of growing over the last year, and it's been kind of cool. Like, I can't exactly remember when we talked, but I like made it a point to break my codependency habit. So I mean, this last year I swam with penguins. I went all different kinds of places.
Excuse me. Where do you swim with penguins at?
So there's a zoo in Wichita that allows you to swim with the penguins.
Not so far. It's fun. Keep talking.
It was honestly, it was the most amazing experience. It smelled horrible.
I can imagine.
That's fine.
But it was
a bucket list item now. I did not know swimming with penguins was even a fucking option in my life.
I mean, we've
no, the dopamine that you get from, I got bit by a penguin. Like,
That's what I want. I want that for me. I want that for me.
Yeah, how many people can say they got bit by a penguin?
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
No, it felt like, because they're like little toddlers, so like they don't have hands, so like they just like explore with their mouth, and so like it was just like a little love nibble, but like they were so hyper, just like fucking going crazy around you, like play with cat toys with them. Oh, it was.
How did I miss that TikTok update?
Yeah, it's in my TikToks.
I'm gonna be stalking that. I honestly, like, that wasn't on my life bucket list thing at all. Like, I didn't.
And now there it is.
Yep.
Guess we're going to Wichita, Kansas.
I need to hang out with chimpanzees, like baby chimpanzees, preferably. But like that's also
Orlando.
on the list.
Is it not?
Yeah.
Orlando.
I don't know.
Sure. Pretty sure Orlando has some sort of monkeys that you can hang out with.
I'll find out.
So I went on 2 fashion shows, and I walked the runway in bikinis.
That's awesome.
I did one in Miami, and I did Atlanta Swim Week.
Nice.
That was really cool. Like something like I never thought that I would ever do in my life. So I've just done a lot of cool different experiences.
Do you keep the swimsuits
say that again?
after? Sorry. Do you get to keep the swimsuits after you model them, or do you have to give them back?
Yeah. I got to keep my swimsuits.
That's awesome. Those are pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We're trying to find we're trying to hit up some swimsuit sponsors on TikTok recently, because she lost a bunch of weight and now her swimsuits don't fucking fit.
Yeah, they're like.
And I'm not buying these swimsuits in this economy, Ashley.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to send them to us for free. I'll take pictures in exchange.
To, just swim naked.
That's fine too. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Dude, I have so many swimsuits. It's not even funny. I like, if there's someone with a swimsuit addiction, it's me. I have more swimsuits. Every time I go on vacation, I'm like, I need 7 new swimsuits.
To be fair, you probably have at least 40 pairs still.
No, I'm sure, but none of them fit.
Yes.
Because I got them all when I was a little bit heavier, and now I lost weight, and now I'm like, well, These things are like hanging off me, and not really something you should be wearing, to the beach or, when other like vanilla people come to your house and you're like, hope nothing slips out, guys. Like, oh well.
I just wear thong bikinis to the beach now. I don't even care. I'm wearing a thong because I don't want the tan lines.
Exactly.
And you guys can judge me all you want. My
You
butt
can
is
kiss my
hanging
ass, it's
out.
right there, Yeah, that's usually what I wear too.
I mean, if it's the two of us, you do. If we're going with as a family, then
I won't.
we put the cheeks away.
Yeah. But if I'm walking with it like friends or whatever,
yeah,
I don't care. So
yeah,
like whatever.
We've just gotten to the point with our body confidence, obviously, that it's just like you either fucking take it or you leave it. Like, I don't fucking care. Everybody around us now knows what we do for a living. Our neighbors are douchebags and decided they found out what we do and decided to start like a phone tree and call people and be like, "Did you know about their website?"
And
now the
PTO
knows, and
it was like going
my
around
hometown
school.
knows too, but no one really gives me a hard time. I have a lot of fans from my hometown.
That's funny. Okay.
We don't know if we do or not, but
Yeah.
I mean, we get a lot of people avoiding us.
Yeah.
And we know for a fact there's like parents that like pull other parents away from us
because they don't want to
associate with us, and we're just like, at least we're happy and you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry you're miserable in your marriage, but
that and our kids are like crazy fucking talented,
right?
Like beyond what they should be. So like it's also kind of like a fuck you to them. Like our kids are better than yours, and we get to have sex for a living. Fuck you. Right. But yeah, it
still sucks.
It still sucks. It's been a bit of a
mental, for me at least, a mental battle journey, whatever.
Just the fact that the person living next door to us is like actively like trying to sabotage us is a little weird.
Yeah. No, I hear that happens all the time. Luckily, most of my neighbors they're pretty chill about it. I was filming a TikTok out in the snow dancing the other day, and the little boy came out and was like, "What the heck are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh my God, someone needs to teach this kid not to look over the fence."
Yeah.
Is that in your own backyard?
Yeah. I mean, it was a TikTok dance. Like, I was clothed and everything.
Well,
I was just dancing in the snow.
Yeah, no, that would not be great for us. We've had when we first moved here, we had a kid that I guess wanted to hang out with our kids or something, and they went and started looking through our windows when we wouldn't answer the door.
And I was like, that's not okay.
And I had to go tell the parents, like, that is never going to be okay.
Like, for a regular household is still not okay.
Well,
but
obviously I didn't tell Dad why he shouldn't be looking through the windows, but I was like, that cannot be a thing. Your child cannot come looking through my windows like that. Like, she had her like face up against my window. I'm walking in from the pool, and all of a sudden I see a little girl's face just up against my window like this.
Because there was like a gap between our blinds, and so she found that little gap and was like peeking her head in. I was like, no, not okay.
Yeah.
Hard pass. So
yeah, that's not something we want to do. We haven't heard from them since I had to talk to them, so that's okay. Always an awkward conversation to be like, hey, you've got to put a leash on your kid.
Yeah,
but I guess sometimes you just have to have the conversation.
Yep.
All right, well, I had nothing else that I can think to talk to you about, Ashley. I think we got a bunch of interesting things that we can clip up on here, though. Is there anything else that you want to bring up that is worth advertising for you or anything like that? Or
no, just been doing my thing, having a lot of fun, making money.
That's awesome.
The economy hasn't yet. Have you noticed the economy changes on your side of things?
I mean, not any more than last year. One thing I can tell that tax season's hitting.
Oh, can you? I can't.
Not us.
Oh, yeah. No, I've been able to tell over the... But I also noticed... So, like, for about a week, tried to hire an OnlyFans assistant to help me with my messaging. It didn't work out. But what I noticed in that week is how much money I made when I went back to making 20 TikToks a day. Okay. So, like, I forgot, there was a point, especially because my Facebook would make me so much money, that like I got complacent and I wasn't making as much content. But now I push out about 20 TikToks a day over all my different accounts. And so I'm back to making what I used to make. Just because I'm putting that much more advertising
It's
out there.
finding the priorities too. You know, that's our
the
thing
hard
is we
part.
find we get sucked into one thing and then you forget about the other ones.
Yeah.
And we keep on TikTok keeps bringing us back. I hate that it is so lucrative, but
Yeah. No, it's hard to like manage between all of them where it's like, okay, you got Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, like.
well, that's what's awesome about these Opus clip things is now I can like just be like, hey,
It's just so hard. Like you
make
get
all
like
of the
you get
different.
stuck in one little thing where like, okay, I have to do these couple platforms, and you're like, oh wait, I forgot about all these over here, and then you're like, oh, but now I forgot the. And it's like trying
And
to
that's why I literally just take everything is just me reposting TikTok. I don't make special content for Instagram. I don't make special content for Facebook or YouTube. I literally just take all my TikToks from all my accounts and repost them
Do you
other
film
places.
it in TikTok natively or do you film it outside of TikTok?
It depends on what kinds. Like vlogs, I have a couple different vlog cameras that I use. Like I love my Insta Go camera for like vlog type content, but like one of my backup accounts that gets me the most views, I'm literally just saying the most random shit, like 7-second videos. And I'll be honest, I don't come up with these. I use ChatGPT to come up with 20 scripts for me.
Yeah.
And I just say random shit like, I'm cute, I'm funny, but I have an attitude problem. Someone can handle me, and you'll get 30,000 views. Like, so I just I can literally film 20 TikToks within 20 minutes and post them on all of my things. And I've also learned to start posting those TikToks on Fansly, and that has helped quite a bit as well.
That's a good one. We need to connect with you on there.
What was I gonna say? Do you post the same like video on all of them, or do you like rotate? Like, okay, on this one I'm going to do this video, on this one I'm going to do this video, and then switch them out, or do you just do the same one?
I don't think I just go. I post on TikTok. I copy the caption. I go to Instagram. I post it there. I go to Facebook. I post it there.
Across all of them. I wasn't sure if you were like, okay, I'm going to do this video on this one, and the next day I'll post that one on.
I think we overcomplicate it.
Yeah,
we try
that's our issues. I think.
Yeah, no. Because for Facebook, I realize there's no limit to how much you can post on Facebook or Insta. They don't like get you. They don't like mark you down. Like I will literally post 20 videos in an hour, and some of them will go viral, some of them won't.
All right.
Good.
But I don't overthink it at all anymore.
That's
my issue.
We also will start to get to the point where like, depending on the mood, you look back at the videos and you're like, you start getting really like discriminatory of like your old work.
Yeah.
But I've gotten to the point where I can't overthink it. I've got to put it out there because even if I felt like something was weird, that could be the thing that resonates with somebody else and brings them into. And it's shown multiple times already that the ones that I'm like, oh, that makes me feel weird,
or I wasn't feeling good about that one, or like that one felt off.
Other people resonate with because they're like, oh, that felt real to me. Right. I'm like, I don't fucking get it anymore.
Yeah. No, so I just be posting all kinds of crazy shit, and I don't even really go back and look either. Like I stopped looking at my comments. I stopped looking at my views.
Do you ever do TikTok lives?
I do it on my backup accounts. I've been banned on TikTok Live for.
I was going to say, I bet you don't do it on your main account because that is risky business.
Yeah. I got banned on TikTok Live on my main account because someone was calling me fat, and I shook my boobs and my belly, and then I was banned forever on TikTok Live.
Yeah, she showed her foot.
Yeah, I showed my feet one time on TikTok Live and got banned. I was like, but I wasn't even like doing it on purpose. I think I literally just like stretched my foot out and like my foot was there.
Somebody was like, "Oh, baby, those feet."
And then boom, put down. I was like,
"Are you?" There's times that TikTok Live can make me like $300 in an hour with new subs. Like, so it's just a hit. Because sometimes what I'll do is I'll go live on TikTok Live and I'll go live on OnlyFans at the same time, and then they'll hear the ka-ching, and then I'll turn the camera for TikTok Live around. Yeah. I definitely be risky.
She doesn't like doing that. It's too much.
It's too complicated for me.
She's like, no, I can't do two. I'm like, no, let's do two. Because half the time our OF like we
It's
haven't
dead
built our
anyways.
audience up to get used to us going live yet on
Yeah.
OF.
Yeah.
So
Like we just go live randomly, like we'll be like in the shower or whatever. It's like it's nothing like exciting.
I wish it was easier to go live on Fansly. I'm not sure. Maybe you've figured it out, but for me, it's
You
super.
just have to have
complicated.
OBS.
I have it,
I
but to me, that's just it's still overly complicated.
Yeah, I just don't. Honestly, I don't get the most traction for like Fansly in of itself. Like, I don't make the most. I honestly mostly use it as a backup, just in case anything ever happens. And like, it's like my extra money. Like, I'm like, oh, I have a couple thousand in there. Let me transfer that. Now, I have like this. I'll transfer it when I'm having slow weeks on OnlyFans, so I feel better about like my income.
I feel it.
The Fansly is the only one that we can actually put all of our videos up on because
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
No, minivids too.
Minivids also. OnlyFans had changed their rules on us, and the first three virgins that she was
and then
with,
a random one
did different forms that were forms they used to accept, and we have emails from them saying that they are accepted, but then they changed their forms.
And obviously, you can't get a hold of these.
We can't get a hold of them anymore because this was 5 years ago.
Well,
4 years,
not
5 years
true.
ago.
Not true. I found 3 of the 4 of them.
Trying to get them to
actually
fill out a form after the fact is impossible. So we just have videos.
I get tons of people like, "Oh, I'll film with you." I'm like, "All right, fill out a form." Not one person has ever filled it. I'm like, "You guys are all just talk. I'm not sleeping with you for no reason."
I feel that.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, we got a whole bunch of forms.
Oh,
that is the one thing I take most seriously is these friggin' porn release forms.
But yeah, no,
nobody's coming back at me at that shit.
Yeah, Fansly's the only one that we could sell the whole like bundle for it. So, I mean, there's some weeks where we kill it on Fansly, and there's other weeks that you're just like, eh.
Minivids recently has been popping off for us.
Minivids is popping off for us.
Right? But they take so much fucking money on everything. It kind of sucks.
Yeah. I couldn't handle more than just 2. Like, at one point I had a Playboy, and that was 3 was too much for me.
Minivids is easy though. Like, you just post. Like, I don't.
Well, there's also 2 of us running the account.
Well, yeah,
so it makes
but
it
like
easier.
it's like you don't have to like promote that one. They self-promote, and so that's nice. That like I don't.
Well,
I mean,
they self-promote when they want to. If you want consistent income from it, you.
But like, it's like one of those things where like one person will randomly find something, buy it, and then they like you get like boosted more, and then it's like, oh, okay, and then it like snowballs, and then nothing, and then again rinse and repeat. Like, so it's like it's hit or miss, but like when it like hits, it's like okay, you get probably.
Yeah, we made like $400 on a random day last week on Minivids.
Right,
out of nowhere. It was just somebody decided, yep, they're just gonna drop all their money.
Buy all of them.
And it's just a matter of just having it up on those sites, like the clip sites.
Yeah.
We'll jump in afterwards, and you'll be like, "Hey, thanks for buying," but like we don't interact with fans on any of those. It's literally just a marketplace.
Nobody ever like messages me back either, so I'm like, whatever, that's fine. So, but it's nice, like to have that like random, income. So.
Awesome. Well, we'll let you go, Ashley. It was always great talking to you, and I enjoy watching your TikToks and just kind of seeing how you run everything and how open you are. So I hope everybody else, if you're not already following her, which I mean, I assume everybody is at this point, she's got 500,000 followers. But if you're not, make sure you guys go follow Ask Ashley because her shit is hilarious and wild.
Thank you.
And hopefully we won't wait as long next time to talk to you, but we'll try to catch up with you a little sooner next time. But thanks again for coming on. I'm going to hit stop. Just hang tight with me so this stuff can all finish up. And thanks everybody else for listening.